Hello, sir. Myself, Princey Jaswal. I am a biology tutor. I am a postgraduate from Dr. Ram Manohar Lohia Awadh University. Basically, I am from Kanpur. Currently, I am working in a particular cbse school as a PGT teacher. My specialization is I have done my MSc in particular zoology, and I teach biology in CBSE school, and also I take online classes as well. So today I am representing my subject as a demo video. Uh, okay, so let's start. Uh, so first of all, we will talk about the subject biology. What's the meaning of biology? Actually, the term biology is made up of two words. If you elaborate its biology in this particular two terms, the first one is bios and the second term is logos. Okay, so the term bios means, what's the meaning of bios? That is living. And what's the meaning of logos? That means to know. That means the study of biology, that means the study of living. Okay, if you are studying about living, their morphology, their habitat, their anatomy, their reproductive mode, their respiratory and circulatory modes. So you are basically studying about the living beings. So study of living beings is termed as biology. So we will discuss about the living term. What's the meaning of living? Okay. What's the meaning of living? Basically, there are 4 or 5 criterias about the livingness. So first criteria is to having a cellular structure. Okay, so having a cellular structure is the prominent criteria to be living. Okay, and the second criteria is metabolism. We will discuss about these particular terms. Our third prominent criteria is growth. Our fourth criteria to be said to be living is reproduction. Okay, and our fifth and most important criteria is consciousness. Okay, what are the meaning of these particular terms? We will discuss about what is cellular structure. So we will discuss about the cell, that the particular body or the organism must the cellular structure. Okay, that means there should be a cell. In the particular cell, there should be a metabolism, metabolic reactions. That means construction and destruction of molecule within the cell is termed as metabolism. So there should be a cell and metabolism should be happening in this particular cell. Due to the metabolism, the cell neutralizes, get it nutrition, and the growth will take place. The growth will take place in two manners. Maybe cell will increase in terms of number and in terms of size also. Okay. So if the cell get divided, okay, so cell will grow in number, and if the cell get its nutrition to the metabolism properly, it will increase in its size. So overall growth will take place in term of number and size as well. What's the meaning of reproduction? So to produce a particular organism, okay, a particular or identical organism like its parent, okay, like itself. That is reproduction. That is, the term is reproduction. Okay, so if the particular body having cellular structure, having metabolism, do growth, so they can reproduce. There are few exceptional cases about the reproduction. That means they are living but they are sterile. There are few exceptional cases are also present, but generally, if they fulfill these 30 particular criteria, so they do reproduction and they are living. And the fifth and most prominent criteria is consciousness. What is the meaning of consciousness? The meaning of consciousness to be aware, okay, to be aware about your external environment, okay, about your external environment. So what's happening in your external environment is termed as consciousness, okay. So what's the meaning of consciousness? That means you have to be very aware, you have to adjust or adopt the particular situation happening or present around yourself, okay. So that is meaning of consciousness. And if the particular organism is living, so there must be consciousness about its external environment. So if you have to define the livingness, you will check all these 5 points. If these all points are present in particular organism, that means the cell is the particular organism is living, otherwise it is non-living, okay. So in this particular thing, if we are saying that this is non-living, okay, the pen is non-living, that means it don't have cell, it don't have metabolism, it don't have it can't do reproduction, okay. So the criteria behind the livingness is particular cellular structure. So we will discuss about the cellular structure little bit in this particular video, okay. So what is cell? Okay. So you may define that cell is the structural, cell is the basic structural and functional, okay, basic structural and functional unit of life, okay. The cell is the basic structural and functional unit of life. So what are the meaning of these terms? Structural in the sense, that means cell is termed as building block of a particular body. That means every organism is made up of teeny, small, minute structure that is called cell, okay. So cell is the building block of a particular body. That means cell is made up of body is made up of cell. So if different cells, if the similar originated cells and they have same functions, they make the tissue, and by the aggregation and coordination of these tissues, organs are formed. An organ, if coordinate with each other, an organ system is formed, and the organ system is ultimately present in a particular body. So you can say that the body is made up of, particularly the structure is called cell, okay. So cell is the structure. And what the meaning of functional unit of life? Functional unit in the sense that in the particular cell the metabolic reactions occurs, okay. In particular cell metabolic reactions occur. So that means if the cell is living, that means the metabolic reaction are happening in this particular structure. That's why tissues will work. That's why as well as the organ and body will functional. Okay. So ultimately, if cell has the metabolic reaction, that means construction and destruction of molecules are taking place in cell. So cell is living. Okay. So cell is living, that's why the overall organism is living, and the metabolic reaction and the particular deeds or functions they can do. That means cell is the basic structural and functional unit of life. Okay, unit of life. That means if you are living, so the prominent criteria behind your livingness is cell. Okay. So we will discuss about the structure and function. Structure. What is the structure of cell? Okay. We will discuss about the structure of cell. Okay. So basically, cell has the spherical structure that we draw. Okay. So cell has a spherical structure. The outermost layer of this structure is termed as cell wall. Okay. And within this structure, there is another layer is present. Okay. That is termed as cell membrane, or may call it plasma membrane. Okay. So this is plasma membrane or cell membrane. Okay. Within this plasma membrane or cell membrane, there is a thick fluid present all over the cell, that is cytoplasm. Cytoplasm is present all over the cell, and the cell components that swim in this particular cytoplasm is termed as cell organelles. Okay, cell organelles are present in within cytoplasm. Okay, so there are various cell organelles that particularly perform metabolism. In this organelles, the prominent cell organelle is called nucleus. So I am drawing a eukaryotic cell. In eukaryotic cell, there is a double membranous or well developed nucleus is present, and the outermost layer of this nucleus extend and make a reticular structure that is called endoplasmic reticulum. Okay. Similarly, this outer membrane also get extended and make the endoplasmic or reticulum. Okay. So this particular structure is termed as nucleus, and the outermost wall of nucleus get extend and make endoplasmic reticulum. Okay. Within the nucleus act as the uh, storehouse of genetic material. Within the nucleus, there is a structure nucleolus is present, whereas messenger RNA or another structure is present. Basically, this appears as a hollow structure. Okay, so these are the nuclear pores where messenger RNA get out of the nucleus and in cytoplasm. Okay, these endoplasmic reticulum structure has some dot-like structure also present, that is termed as ribosome. Okay, ribosomes. So ribosome helps in protein synthesis. Due to presence of ribosome, this appears very rough. That's why we call it rough endoplasmic reticulum. The function of rough endoplasmic reticulum is protein synthesis, and the function of smooth endoplasmic reticulum is lipid synthesis. Okay, because there is no ribosome is present here, that's why this appear smooth, and so this is called smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Okay, after that there is another organelle is present, that is termed as Golgi body. Okay, so there is Golgi body is present, and these are the various sternies present within in a particular Golgi body. This also help in protein synthesis, like packaging and modification of protein molecules. So this present beneath the endoplasmic reticulum. And also we have another structure in this cell that is called chloroplast. Okay. The chloroplast is also a double membranous organelle. Within chloroplast, stroma and granum are present. That's why we call it chloroplast. Okay, this is chloroplast. And this organelle, due to this organelle, plants can perform photosynthesis. This is our Golgi body. Okay. And after that, there is a particular organelle present that is called mitochondria. So here mitochondria is present. So the inner wall of mitochondria is zigzag we call it cresti. Okay, so the mitochondria also termed as powerhouse of the cell because all the energy related requirement of the cell is fulfilled by the mitochondria. This is also a double membranous organelles, well developed. Okay, after that there is a small granule like structure present within the cell that is termed as lysosomes. So lysosome actually kill the foreign materials. Okay, so these are also termed as a scavenger of the cells because they have the hydrolytic enzymes. They engulf the foreign particle or the harmful material and get burst. That's why they suicide itself and the foreign material as well. Okay. So after that there is another organelle present within the plant cell that is called a vacuole. The wall of vacuole is termed as tonoplast. So vacuole is present here. Okay. So this is the rough and very common structure of a particular cell in that these organelles are present. So organelles are present within the cytoplasm. Okay. That is a thick fluid pale yellow like structure, maybe yellowish, maybe whitish. Okay. And these mitochondria, chloroplast, Golgi body, lysosome, endoplasmic reticulum, nucleus and vacuoles, these structures are present and this structure is surrounded by a cell membrane. So plasma membrane is actually a living structure. Okay, so this is living structure and made up of bilipid layer surrounded by protein and carbohydrate molecules as well. And the cell wall is a dead structure. In the plant cell, the cell wall is made up of cellulose or hemicellulose, pectin as well. In the fungal cell wall, the cell wall is made up of chitin, and bacteria, the cell wall is made up of NAM, that is mucopolysaccharide or an acetyl glucosamine. Okay, so there are various cell wall are present within various organisms. Because of this presence of this cell wall, the organism are ready to survive in any external condition. Okay, that means if the particular organism is living in a harsh condition due to presence of a tough non-living cell wall. Okay, so the composition of the cell wall makes the living suitable for that habitat. Okay, so this is the basic and fundamental structure of a particular eukaryotic cell. So in the eukaryotic cell, the membranous and well-developed organelles are present, and in the prokaryotic cell, the organelles are underdeveloped or non-membranous organelles are present. The prokaryotic cells are present in bacteria or mycoplasma-like organism, and except that all the organism have the eukaryotic well-developed cell is present. And on the behalf of number of cell, there are various two types of organism, that is unicellular and the second one is multicellular organism. Okay? Multicellular organism. So in this unicellular organism, only single cell is present, and multicellular organism there are more than one, that means millions of cell is present. So this is the basic and fundamental structure of this particular cell, what I have described you. Cell is the basic structural and functional unit of a body. Due to the presence of cell, you may call it living, and the study of living is termed as biology. So I have explained about the livingness, about the criteria of livingness, and the most important prominent criteria of cellular structure, what is cell and what are its function. Okay, so there are various functions performed by the cell, that's why the organism live its life. Okay, so that's all. I would like to finish my demo. I think it will be helpful and the very informative for the students. So thank you so much. Have a nice day. Thank you.